Hello everyone! Today I'm going to show you how to make the Twilight All Around crochet project. Originally this was just a rug, but I wanted to show how to work it in different sizes of yarn for different end projects. So today I'm going to use a size 3 yarn and I'm going to create a tablecloth. You can use any choice of yarn you would like, and when you get your yarn, look at the yarn label for the size of hook that you want to use. This one is a size 4 that I used. It was just one that I had on hand. And then I also used a size 5. I just went to Walmart and grabbed a Chanel and turned this one into a rug. So you'll want to use the size of hook that is suggested for your yarn. For this one, I didn't have an N, I only had a K, and it hurt my shoulder. So make sure you're using a hook big enough for the yarn that you are working with. With this, I just want to show that one pattern can create several different projects, just depending on the size of yarn that you use. I turn that upside down. But there's so many options, more than just one thing that you can do for especially round projects. This is an easy pattern to do. It simply uses chains, slip stitches, single crochet, double crochet, and then what I call a V-stitch. The V-stitch is just simply a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet around the same stitch. And because I worked with a number 5 yarn, I don't like working in top of stitches. It just made it a lot faster and easier to work around the stitch instead of in top of stitches. So it will make for a quicker project. So let's get started. All right, we are going to start with the first round. So we're on day 1 of the Twilight Crochet Along. Hopefully you've been able to choose your yarn that you want and what finished project you want to work with this. I'm going to work a tablecloth size because I've done the other ones, and I want to show at the end how to continue to work this pattern to make it the size that you want. So there are 20 rounds in this crochet along. We'll do 2 rounds each day for the next 10 days, and then I will give you tips and tricks along the way to whether you want to make it rufflier or keep it flat and make it bigger. I will give you some tips on how to do that. So for round 1, we're just going to chain 5, and then we're going to work 9 double crochet chain 1 in the very first chain space. Now this set of 3 and 4, well, this set of 3 stitches will count as a double crochet plus a chain 1. So at the end of this round, you will have a total of 10 double crochets and 10 chain 1s. So we'll work double crochet, chain 1, 9 times. All in that very first chain space. Now make sure that you're using the right hook for your yarn, because if you're too tight on your tension, it's going to pull too tight and it won't lay flat. So if that is not, when you join, we're going to join with a slip stitch to the beginning chain to connect. When you join, if that doesn't lay flat, you're going to want to change your hook size and then redo it so that that can actually lay flat. So that is round 1. You'll have a total of 10. Remember, the first chain counts as a double crochet, so 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You'll have a total of 10 double crochets and a chain and 10 chain ones. You'll slip stitch to the beginning. I just slip stitch around the beginning chain space. For round 2, I'm not going to chain 1. You can if you want, but I don't like the extra bulk there. So round 2, we're going to single crochet around that same, we're going to single crochet around that same chain space, and then we will chain 4, and we will double crochet around that same chain space, and that is going to count as a V-stitch. A V-stitch for this pattern is going to be double crochet, chain 2, double crochet around the same space. And remember, we're working around and not in the top of the stitches. This will allow our stitches to kind of slide a little bit so that when we work out further, it will stretch nicer. It's not going to pull on individual stitches, and it's easier to block for this specific pattern. Okay, so we have single crocheted, chain 4, and double crocheted around the same beginning chain space, and then we will chain 1, and we're going to work a V-stitch chain 1 around each chain 1 of the previous round. So a V-stitch is double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet around the same space, and then chain 1. And we will do that a total of 9 times. And remember, the beginning counts as a V-stitch, so we'll have a total of 10 V-stitch. So double crochet, chain 2, double crochet around the same space, chain 1. So I'm going to pause this video here, and you guys can work all the way around, and I'll meet you back in just a minute. Okay, now that we've worked all 10 of our V-stitch and we have our final chain 1, we're going to slip stitch around that beginning chain to connect. One thing that I noticed when I was working my projects, there were a few times that I wasn't paying attention. So if you ever get off on your stitch count, I caught myself only doing 1 double crochet in some of the stitches just because I was in a hurry. So if you ever get off on your stitch count, that would be the first thing that I would watch for. So we are going to stop right here for today. I will meet you back tomorrow morning for rounds 3 and 4. Thanks, everyone.